You're not, or else you're gonna be placed under arrest.
I'm not being touched.
Okay.
Stand over here. Put
What the heck?
your purse down.
No!
Put your purse
No!
Put your hands behind your
No!
back. Put your hands
No,
behind your
Brett!
back.
Brett, call the ambulance! No, I'm not doing anything! No!
Why do we have one resisting? Video.
No! No!
Watch closely. What starts as a routine traffic stop suddenly erupts into total chaos. Within seconds, a passenger refuses lawful commands. Officers move in to make an arrest, and the entire scene spirals out of control. But here's the real question. What happened just moments earlier that pushed this stop to the breaking point? Stick around, because the answer completely changes the story.
Hello.
Buddy.
How's it going today?
I'm all right. What's the problem?
Good. I was pulling you over for not wearing seatbelts. All.
What's on, bud?
It's not on.
It was too long.
We got 4K cameras. It was 100% not on. I was
Cool.
watching.
All right, buddy.
All right.
What
You got
do you
your
gotta say, bud?
license with you?
Yeah, it's right there.
You're really gonna tell me it wasn't on?
I'm not gonna
All right,
argue
it
with
was
you
on.
about being a dick. Is it?
Okay.
A seatbelt?
Yeah.
Get the fuck
Okay.
out of here.
I mean, you can think it's petty if you want, but still saying you don't need to lie. You still live in that?
I am.
Perfect.
Can I go then? Because I live down the street and I want to.
No, but when we're done, you can go.
I'm not the driver and I'm wearing my seatbelt.
I'm telling you, you can't leave. So no, we can sum it up.
Don't speak to me then.
All right. Do you have insurance on the car, sir?
I mean from here
What's
out.
that?
Do you have insurance on the car?
It's in there, isn't it?
This is a shit attitude for no reason.
I don't feel good and I want to go home. My foot's
Okay.
in the back.
Okay,
It's
sorry your
not-
driver wasn't wearing a seatbelt. That's our fault.
That's not my fault either, though,
No,
sir.
it's not, but you're involved in the traffic stop.
No, I'm just in the passenger seat.
Gotta get up with it. A lot of people. Oh.
I just got a ride from the food pantry. My food's in the back.
Okay, you
Give me a
can't
ride.
leave.
Okay, then call your supervisor. Ask him the rules because I'm still
The
not
rules or the law?
I'm not doing anything. I'm a passenger.
And you're not free to leave on a traffic stop right now. Okay?
Call this daytime supervisor on the shift.
Well, no, you wanted a supervisor, so I'm getting her a supervisor.
I'm talking to him now. So.
I know, I'm just letting you know. He said he didn't want problems, so.
I'm still on duty. Do you want me to head that way also?
Can you roll your window up real quick, ma'am?
Alright guys, what you're about to watch proves just how fast an ordinary traffic stop can spiral completely out of control. An officer pulls over a vehicle for something as minor as a seatbelt violation, expecting a quick conversation and a citation. But within moments, the passenger completely changes the direction of the stop. She immediately argues that she wasn't driving and therefore shouldn't be forced to stay, insisting she has every right to walk away. The officer calmly explains that everyone inside the vehicle is temporarily detained until the traffic stop is complete, but she refuses to accept that explanation. Instead, she demands a supervisor, questions the officer's authority, and challenges nearly every instruction she's given. The discussion grows more heated with every exchange, creating an atmosphere where both sides become increasingly frustrated. At this point, it's already obvious this is no longer going to be a routine traffic stop, and the real confrontation hasn't even started yet.
Oh, it's hot.
Okay, we're gonna run the dog, so you're going to roll the window up. It's a risk.
I demand a supervisor.
And a supervisor is on the way.
The K-9 begins its search and immediately alerts to drugs inside the vehicle.
So we are going to search the vehicle, get the K-9 alert, and then we'll be all done, all right?
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
Can you go and hop out for me?
Yeah.
Do I stay?
Yeah, I'd stay there for right at the moment.
You may not. Can I take the seatbelt off or not?
Yeah, just stay right there, though.
Okay, so an on-shift supervisor is on the way. He will be here shortly.
I just wanted his name and I still need it, please. That's all I
He's
need.
on the way. He's on the way. You are going to be asked to exit the vehicle here shortly.
Can I get out now then, please? I'm sweating.
Not yet, just give it a second. Once he's done, I'm going to send you back there.
You will not.
Huh?
Touch me.
What?
You will not touch me.
You're going to be searched.
Why would I be searched? I'm a passenger. I want an ambulance then. You have no reason to touch me.
The entire encounter takes a dramatic turn the instant the K-9 is deployed around the vehicle. Within seconds, the dog alerts to the possible presence of narcotics, giving officers probable cause to search the car. From that moment forward, everything changes. The passenger's frustration quickly turns into panic, as she repeatedly insists she's only a passenger and shouldn't be searched or touched. She continues demanding a supervisor while questioning every decision officers make, convinced they're overstepping their authority. Officers remain focused on following procedure, explaining that the K-9 alert changes the circumstances of the stop, but their explanations do little to calm the situation. The tension rises with every passing second, as emotions replace cooperation, and what began as a simple seatbelt violation is now rapidly evolving into a full narcotics investigation that places everyone inside the vehicle under much greater scrutiny.
And
No, I'm a passenger. Let me go. No.
You just need to take a deep breath.
I have Parkinson's disease and I want to go home. He gave me a ride for the food pantry. You won't touch me. You won't touch me. No. You're taking demands of me. It's not fair.
No, we're not taking
Call the
demands of
attorney.
you.
I can't hear you. I'm sick. Literally, I'm sick. Please. No,
Okay,
I'm
come
not
on.
listening.
Come on.
Thank you. Where's my heart? My hat.
Okay, so you're gonna come back here with him.
My shirt. I'm leaving. I'm going home.
No, you're not. You're not, or else you're gonna be placed under arrest.
I'm not being touched.
Okay.
Stand over here. Put
What the heck?
your purse down.
No!
Put your purse
No!
Put your hands behind your back.
No!
Put your hands
No,
behind your
Brett!
back.
Brett, call the ambulance! No, I'm not doing anything! No!
Why do we have one resisting?
Video.
No!
Video.
No!
You're not doing
No!
it.
No!
Stop. What are you doing?
No!
Do you want to stand up?
No! I want you to
Do
leave!
not kick.
I'm not kicking! Let me go!
Before you hurt yourself.
Calm down before you hurt
Let me
yourself.
go.
Before you hurt
Stop.
Let me go, sorry.
Stop.
Stand up. Yes.
Stand up.
I don't
Stand
want
up.
you to touch me!
Come on.
You're touching me!
You're going to
touching
come on.
me!
You're on
touching me!
Come on.
Don't touch me!
Stand up.
No!
You're going to hurt yourself. We don't want you to hit your head.
Spitting on me. Do you have
Stand
a
up.
I
You need to
can't.
stand up. Yes,
Stand
you
up
can.
right now.
We're gonna help you up.
3, 2, 1, up.
This is the moment where the encounter completely unravels. As officers ask the passenger to step out of the vehicle, she immediately refuses to comply and begins shouting that she hasn't committed any crime. She repeatedly tells officers they have no legal reason to touch her, demands to be released, and even asks for an ambulance while explaining that she suffers from Parkinson's disease. Officers continue giving calm, repeated instructions, trying to gain voluntary compliance without using unnecessary force. But every attempt is met with louder protests, physical resistance, and emotional outbursts. The struggle quickly becomes unpredictable as officers are forced to prevent her from pulling away, while also trying to keep her from injuring herself during the confrontation. In only a few moments, the encounter shifts from a verbal disagreement into a rapidly escalating physical struggle, with officers now having to balance control, safety, and the growing intensity of the scene.
Stand up.
Thank you. Stand up.
Okay.
Stand up.
Let my leg get it.
Okay.
I have a
Stand right
disability.
there.
Let your leg.
Calm down. Calm down.
Help me.
Watch this bag.
Help me. No.
Take the bag off.
No.
Stop.
No. No.
You're gonna get tased.
No.
Stop, or else you're going to get tased.
Go back. Put her on the ground. Put her on the ground. Fine. On your stomach.
Ow.
On your stomach.
Ow. Ow.
Lay your hand behind your back. Lay your hand behind your back. Wild.
Go to jail for this.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Please help me, Brent. Please help me.
17, 19 status.
No, you can't take my bag. I'm just a passenger. I'm just a passenger.
I'm tired of this.
I'm just a passenger. I'm just a passenger.
Okay. Stand up. Roll over in your back.
I'm just a passenger.
Okay. Sit up, please.
I'm just a passenger.
Sit up.
Sit up. Come on.
17, did you advise me to hear?
Come on.
I don't want you to be
Okay, you can lean against the car and record all you want, but first off, she's instructed to get out, and obviously
And I
she's
asked
doing
him,
the
and I told her what she was before you approached her. So you guys actually provoked that with your knowledge of how you handle your public.
Did we?
That's your fault. Yes,
It's all
you
our
did.
fault? Okay. Will you lean against my car like we were told you?
Yeah.
I'm only gonna tell you one more time. I'm not. You're still
Yeah,
the
I'll
one
sit
that.
in my car, 'cause I
you're,
own this car.
You're still the one that's pulled over.
I am.
You're still the one that's obviously being searched for
We
narcotics.
work to pay your guys' wages.
Okay, just turn around, put your hands right back.
What have I done? I'm talking to you.
No,
I'm
you're not.
sitting on the car, and you're arguing with me.
With the confrontation now fully underway, officers continue issuing clear commands in an effort to bring the situation under control. The passenger remains on the ground, refusing repeated instructions, while insisting she's being treated unfairly and shouldn't be restrained at all. As the resistance continues, officers warn that a taser may be used if she doesn't stop fighting, highlighting just how serious the situation has become. Meanwhile, the driver begins challenging officers from the sidelines, questioning why he's being detained and criticizing the way they're handling the arrest. Suddenly, officers are forced to manage two different confrontations at the same time, one involving an actively resisting passenger and another involving a frustrated driver who refuses to stay out of the investigation. What started with a simple seatbelt stop has now escalated into a chaotic, high-pressure scene, where every decision carries greater consequences and the outcome becomes increasingly uncertain.
What have I done to you?
This is simple. I'm tired of telling you what to do.
I'm sitting on a car.
Okay.
What did I do to this dude, man?
Well, we're gonna do that out here in just a minute.
You don't listen, that's the problem.
I'm sitting on the car, literally. And
No,
you put me in...
you're not. You're the one that's on the traffic stop, right?
15-year-old daughter. You remember that?
Okay, I don't really care what you tell me, right, man? Turn around. Spread your feet.
Okay, I've been searched 3 times now already, dude.
That's okay. Yeah. I know. So let me get this right. Were you the one pulled over? Correct. And were you on a traffic stop? Correct. And were you the one sitting here just running back and forth like you think you own the show?
No, I'm standing here by this when they come up to the car having a problem and I backed off the fucking car.
Well, how about you be helpful instead of sitting there being the problem all the
I
time?
did, and I told
No,
you
you're
about
not. You're going back and forth sitting here trying to talk shit. It's ridiculous.
I've done nothing wrong to you.
Okay.
I want to adjust your legs. I don't want you to be stuck in this position.
Okay.
I have Parkinson's disease, sir.
We just need to adjust your legs.
Please. I am sitting. I am
Well, now,
I am
no,
sitting.
you're gonna fall backward.
No,
Ma'am.
I am sitting, sir.
Okay,
ma'am,
I'm trying to.
don't
we
have
want
the
you to
straight
sit
way.
up over here.
I don't bend that way. I don't.
This is the normal way a leg bends.
Ma'am,
Look at that.
we're trying to stop you from hurting yourself. All right.
These are backwards. These are backwards. These are
See,
backwards.
you're trying to fall.
I have Parkinson's, please. Please.
We're trying to help you, but you're not listening.
I don't have the muscle control.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
Perfect.
Lean her against the car.
Come over here, please.
My glasses, please don't step on them.
Okay.
Here by this when they come
You
up.
stand right here.
I can't hold myself up.
Okay.
You don't understand. No.
All right, are you Jenny?
No.
You're not Jenny?
Yes.
The chaos is far from over, and now, the spotlight shifts toward the driver as officers try to bring the entire scene back under control. Frustrated by everything unfolding around him, he repeatedly questions why he's being searched and treated like a suspect when he believes he hasn't done anything wrong. Officers push back, explaining that once the K9 alerted to the vehicle, the encounter was no longer just about a seatbelt violation. The investigation had now expanded, meaning every occupant had to remain under police control until the search was complete. While that conversation continues, officers are still struggling with the passenger, who repeatedly says her medical condition prevents her from standing or moving the way they're asking. Officers attempt to carefully reposition her without causing further injury, but every instruction is met with another claim that she physically can't comply. With one side arguing legal authority and the other claiming medical limitations, officers are forced to divide their attention between two escalating situations, making an already difficult traffic stop even more unpredictable.
Stop! 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 Boy, you are not real bright, huh?
What the fuck are we doing? Okay. Remember. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, your car.
Feet. I can't lift my seat. I have my feet.
Yeah, you just give random people rides, or how do you even know her?
I've known her for quite a while, buddy, and she's sick.
Okay.
So I'm sorry you guys.
What do you, okay, it's whatever.
We're still 7.
I can't lift my feet.
That's fine. You haven't lifted your feet once.
Easy go.
I can't.
Knee in the car.
I can't.
All right.
I can't.
3, 2, 1.
I can't.
Ma'am.
I'm going. I'm trying. I
Okay.
swear.
All right, then we'll give you a moment. Here.
Please, I
Let's go and get up.
Please, God. Please, God. Thank you. I can't get my leg.
Have we go
I
like-
can't get my leg. It's this one. It's this one. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Get your feet in.
I can't do it. I can't. I can't. Okay. Okay.
Pick the head up.
I can't. I swear.
my goodness.
What are you doing? Please, they're backwards. My hands are backwards.
Nope, saying.
Sorry.
She did have meth on her, so is there going to be anything on you, down your pants or anything? Okay.
I don't know what she had on.
Well,
What's
listen.
that got to do with me?
Well, you're the driver of the vehicle, right?
Okay, I
That's
took
your
her
car.
to the food pantry. I left work with tumble
You
set.
should know who you're giving a ride to.
Listen,
A friend?
before I ask you
A
any-
friend who smokes methamphetamine.
What?
before, hey,
So what?
Stay in the car.
Oh, and you're who
Now you wonder why we follow you around.
stay in the car.
Yes, I'm sorry, sir.
As the investigation continues, officers focus on getting the passenger safely into the patrol vehicle, but even that becomes a lengthy struggle. She repeatedly tells them she can't lift her legs, can't balance herself, and can't control her body because of her medical condition. Officers slow the process down, carefully guiding her movement step by step while trying to avoid unnecessary force. But progress remains painfully slow. At the same time, investigators begin asking the driver more detailed questions about how he knows the passenger and whether he was aware of her background before giving her a ride. Every answer becomes another piece of the puzzle as officers try to determine whether the suspected narcotics belong to someone inside the vehicle. What started as a routine traffic stop has now completely transformed into a criminal investigation, and with every passing minute, the focus shifts further away from the original violation and toward the evidence officers believe they're about to uncover.
I'm gonna read your rights before I keep asking you anything.
Okay, thank you.
Just gonna let you know, meth inside your vehicle.
Okay.
So,
it wasn't on my possession or me.
was it on you? No.
Okay, so
But
am I
you're
being detained again?
If I own a vehicle or.
What are we doing here, man? Come on.
Well, I'm leaving you in here because she's banging off everything.
I understand that, dude. I promise. Can I stand out? I'll stand in
No,
front of the car.
fine. Walk with me in front. Literally gonna read you your rights because if you wanna talk, but like I'm telling you right away, there was meth. So, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer. Have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, want to be appointed to represent you for any questioning if you wish. Dog alerts. Pastor doesn't want to identify herself.
I told him I had pot on me.
Yes, that is what you told me, but you told me it was legally packaged, correct?
Just legally packaged.
So I'm not going to get you out of the car to search for that because you're legal. Passengers inside the vehicle, so when the dog alerts, you get the vehicle and the passengers inside there.
Sure.
She obviously instantly started freaking out. She gets out, slams herself, bangs her head, all that magic. You're back here walking back and forth recording. Because I'm getting there. I said explain myself. I'm not. Literally, you're supposed to be on a traffic stop standing here and this is you. You guys fucking suck. You guys suck. This is all you guys you suck. So I'm letting you know. You're supposed to be on a stop. You're supposed to be staying put. You're back and forth walking, pacing, talking shit.
Standing right there with that car.
Yeah, and well, that's not helping my situation.
Sorry, you're right.
You should be here and chill.
I swear, I'm not being difficult. I swear. Please fix my shirt.
I will when we get you out.
I have a problem with my... I can't. I'm sorry, I'm not kicking you. I have...
Okay, there's a footstep there. Step on. Step down. What are we here for?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Possession of meth resisting with injury times 2.
I have no idea. I was in the passenger seat. I wasn't even...
Did you fight with them?
I have people on. I don't know what happened.
Finish the AWOW and I'll be in. I don't have it written. We are literally straight from the scene. Brought her here, so I'll come in. I'll fill one out.
No, I haven't the seat. I did. I told them that.
The final stage of the encounter brings everything full circle. Officers advise the driver of his Miranda rights before continuing their questioning, making it clear that the investigation has officially moved beyond a routine roadside stop. They explain why the K9 alert legally justified searching the vehicle and why everyone inside became part of the investigation from that moment forward. The driver continues insisting the suspected drugs aren't his, attempting to separate himself from whatever officers believe they've found. Meanwhile, officers carefully walk through the evidence collected during the search, and the investigation ultimately confirms the K9's alert when methamphetamine is discovered inside the vehicle. The passenger is taken into custody on multiple charges stemming from both the narcotics discovery and her actions during the arrest. In the end, a stop that began with nothing more than a seatbelt violation ends with drug evidence, multiple criminal charges, and a dramatic reminder of how quickly an ordinary traffic stop can escalate into a full-scale criminal investigation. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.